One rapper's tour bus got surrounded by an entire neighborhood for dissing a local legend at his own concert. Another got chased through a mall parking lot after throwing up the wrong gang signs. These are 10 times rappers messed with the wrong goons. After cooperating with the feds and becoming hip-hop's most infamous snitch, Tekashi, 6ix9ine, did something nobody expected. He turned down witness protection, painted his Lambo rainbow, and went right back to living in public like nothing happened. For 2 years, no security, no hiding, just moving through the world like a regular person. The man got comfortable. Too comfortable. In March 2024, 6ix9ine walked into an LA Fitness in South Florida for a morning workout. What he didn't know was that 3 men had followed him there. 2 of them weren't even gym members. They waited exactly 10 minutes after he arrived, tracked him to the sauna, and then made their move.
That's how they supposed to treat you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Take a picture.
Go ahead.
Take a picture. I want to be famous now. I want to be famous.
After the attack, while 6ix9ine was still bleeding and trying to recover, one of the guys had some words for him.
Yo, homie, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a fan, bro. Yo, I'm a fan. I'm just saying, bro. I'm a fan, bro.
I know, but y'all niggas jumpy, nigga.
I ain't jumpy, bro. I'm just
The attack left 6ix9ine hospitalized for 4 days with contusions to his face, jaw, and ribs. He was on heavy painkillers, getting injected with medication around the clock. In an exclusive interview after the incident, he broke down exactly what went through his mind during those brutal moments.
Does that give me the right to attack you, to ambush you? I think it was cowardly. I think it was opportunistic. But again, I'm not mad because I know that in the street, there's no rules. There's not...
Even after all that, when reporters asked if he'd change anything about his lifestyle, the Rainbow rapper made it clear he's not backing down from anyone.
So now do you feel as though you need to have security?
No, I mean, no.
Does anything change for you?
No, nothing changes at all. Nothing changes. This is life. I'm not feared to live it. I'm not scared to live my life. If I was scared, I would have took the witness protection.
Getting jumped at the gym is one thing, but when a rapper disrespects a hometown hero at his own concert, a whole city might pull up on that tour bus. Back in 2015, Travis Scott and Young Thug were 2 of the hottest names in hip-hop, touring together off the Rodeo and Barter 6 momentum. They rolled into Virginia for a show. Crowd was going crazy. Energy was through the roof.
Trey Songz, man.
But then Travis got on stage and said something the local crowd was not going to let slide. Now, if you don't know, Trey Songz is Virginia's hometown hero, Petersburg raised. So when you come to his state and disrespect him on stage in front of thousands, you're not just dissing one man, you're dissing the whole city. Word spread fast. By the time the show ended and Travis and Thug made it back to their tour bus, Virginia had already pulled up.
Young Thug. Niggas got young Thug bus surrounded. I want to open the door, try to come to Virginia.
These weren't fans looking for autographs. These were Trey Songz's people, making it crystal clear what happens when you bring that energy to their city.
For any of y'all niggas, man, think y'all gonna come down here and get over on we're gonna shut that down on sight. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Look at it. Drive, y'all.
Travis and Thug stayed locked inside that bus until things cooled down. Couldn't even step foot outside. The message was sent. Some cities don't play about their legends. Tour bus confrontations are wild, but when you're caught lacking at a gas station with cameras rolling, there's nowhere to hide. Chicago drill rapper Rico Recklez had built his name dissing the dead and calling out gang members in his music. He wasn't just taking subtle shots, he was naming names, mocking people who got killed, dropping addresses, and basically daring anyone to do something about it. Tracks like Hit 'Em Up had him going at multiple Chicago rappers at once. That kind of energy makes you a target. Rico was at a gas station one day, just finished taking pictures with some fans, when some GD member spotted him and decided it was time to have a conversation.
Now who? We gonna bust his ass. He try anything. We gonna bust his ass. Come on, let's go. I got one. He right here lacking, y'all.
A member named Tuck rolled up on Rico heavy, wanting to know exactly where he stood with the gang politics. He asked point blank if Rico was really about what he rapped about.
Hey, what I'm finna say? You be dissing the G? You phoning right? Cause we GD, we be seeing you throwing down the race shit. We don't with the doing that race shit. Cause we got.
Rico thought he could smile his way out of this one, maybe talk it down, keep it cool. But Tuck wasn't there to have a conversation. He was there to show Rico something serious.
Them pose, hey, them pose, them, yeah, them people don't, hey, we don't play with all that. We don't play with all that dropping the race and that like that. My mama, yeah, scary.
Lucky for Rico, his driver saw how things were going and pulled off before the situation could get any worse. Sometimes survival isn't about what you say, it's about who's behind the wheel. Rico lived to rap another day, but that footage spread everywhere. Just goes to show that when you make a career out of dissing, eventually those people are going to find you in public. Getting out of a gas station confrontation is one thing, but when you're throwing up fake gang signs at Lenox Mall, no getaway driver can save your reputation. King was an up-and-coming rapper who had built a small following doing his Young Thug imitation act. Copying the clothes, the voice, the style, that's all good. But when you start playing with gang traditions you're not really a part of, that's a dangerous game. King was at Lenox Mall in Atlanta when a local goon named Lil Marcuse spotted him coming out and tried to get a video. But instead of just saying what's up, King did something that switched Marcuse's energy real quick.
What's up, man? Crack here, big B shit, you a you talking about? I'll beat your ass. Talking about? Boy, I got shit on you. Look at you running. Look this running.
Marcuse called out the fake gang signs and put King on blast right there in the parking lot. That's when King realized he was in real trouble. Things got tense, both sides daring each other, waiting to see who would blink first.
Yeah. Get camera. We ain't with that Twitter shit. You soft. You soft. Soft ass. You soft. What's up? Let's shoot the one. What's up? What's up? Beat your ass, boy.
King flashed his piece, but it didn't matter. He still ended up running while Marcuse recorded everything and clowned him. After King finally made it to his car and got out of there, Marcuse stayed in Lenox, still on Slive, daring him to come back.
Still in Lenox, you know. Where the fuck is shorty, you left? What's wrong with you? Still in the shopping, you know, spending the bag.
Later that day, King jumped on Instagram Live trying to get some of his rep back, cracking jokes like the whole internet didn't just watch him looking terrified and sprinting through a parking lot.
I just don't get it. Y'all niggas hate it. Y'all niggas don't hit on a little but I was down. It's alright.
Getting chased out of Lenox is embarrassing, but this next scam rapper found out Atlanta really doesn't play with its rappers. In 2019, TJX6 blew up on the internet, making scam rap famous. While other rappers talked about trapping, he was out here giving step-by-step tutorials on how to finesse, fake IDs, credit card fraud, identity theft, the whole playbook. His songs were basically instructional videos with a beat. He wasn't shy about it either. He'd been doing it since he was a teenager and openly talked about getting caught by police with over a dozen fake IDs in the car.
Yeah, we was coming back from the road, stopped at a gas station, trying to get some gas, got some snacks and shit. Some police came behind us, pulled the car over. We had had the IDs in the car because we just came back from swiping this shit.
TJX6 should have kept his scams to random civilians who couldn't do anything about it, but he got way too comfortable with his internet fame and decided to try one of the biggest rappers in Atlanta. He posted Lil Baby's actual ID online for everyone to see and bragged about having his social security number. talking about how he was about to run it up off Baby's information. Now, scamming regular people is one thing, but Lil Baby isn't just a rapper. 4PF runs deep in Atlanta, and they have eyes everywhere. When they caught wind of what TJX6 was doing, it became very personal. It was only a matter of time before they found him. The scam rapper who talked so tough online was now sprinting through the mall like his life depended on it. Because it probably did. The streets don't care about your internet gimmick or how many views your tutorials get. When you play with the wrong people's personal information, eventually you're going to run into them. TJX6 found out the hard way that finessing random people online is a completely different game than trying a street rapper with real ties in his own city. Mall confrontations can end quick, but when you're a world-famous rapper and an entire crowd runs up on you after a show in another country, there's nowhere to go. In the summer of 2024, the Kendrick versus Drake beef had the whole industry picking sides. Rick Ross made his choice very clear. He flew up to Vancouver, Canada for a concert, and during his set, Rose played Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us multiple times. The same diss track that had Drake's name ringing for all the wrong reasons. Now Ross knew exactly what he was doing. This wasn't just playing a hot song. This was a statement, and he was making it in Canada, Drake's home country. The show went smooth, crowd was vibing, energy was electric, but Drake's Canadian fans take any disrespect towards their guy very personally. After the show ended, a mob was waiting outside and things got ugly fast.
Turn this shit off. Whack that shit. I'm gonna bang yo. I'm gonna bang yo.
Ross wasn't about to let the internet control the narrative. He jumped on social media to tell his side of the story.
Let me tell you something. When the first dude stepped up to Rose, the little short fat one that looked like Bam Bam Bigelow from wrestling, when he stepped up, and then I squat down in his eyes and told him what I said.
And Rose wasn't done. He had more to get off his chest about how the whole thing played out.
And then I got hit with a drink. I'm still convinced ain't no nigga. Somebody said, Rose tried to punch you, he hit you. I say, nah. He had to throw a drink, because throwing a drink would have been way more disrespectful than screaming, I know MMA!
The Vancouver incident went viral worldwide. Blogs were debating who won, who got hit, whether Ross held his own or not. But one thing was clear. Even a boss like Rick Ross can get caught up when he picks sides in a beef and takes that energy to the wrong city. Playing Not Like Us in Miami is one thing. Playing it in Canada is a whole different level of disrespect. In 2020, the beef between Chicago and Baton Rouge reached a boiling point when King Von and NBA YoungBoy started going at it on social media. Von was from O'Block, one of the most notorious hoods in Chicago, and he wasn't known for just rapping about that life. He had allegedly lived it. When YoungBoy dropped some bars that Von took personally, he jumped on Instagram Live to question the Baton Rouge rapper's authenticity.
YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
You talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
Von wasn't just responding to disses. He was calling YoungBoy a liar, saying everything in his raps was cap. And in the streets, that's about the worst thing you can say about another man.
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his ass.
On his ass.
You got cap in your raps.
The back and forth continued online for months. But in November 2020, the beef spilled into real life. Von was outside an Atlanta nightclub when he spotted Quando Rondo, one of YoungBoy's closest affiliates. To Von, Quando was an easy target, a way to send a message. He ran up on him and started throwing punches. But what Von didn't account for was Quando's goon, Lul Tim, who was right there watching the whole thing. And Lul Tim let the gun speak. The footage shows Von's people rushing to pick him up off the ground, trying to get him into a car. But it was too late. King Von died that night at 26 years old. A tragic reminder that internet beef has real-world consequences, and the streets don't give you time to settle scores. Speaking of YoungBoy, before any of this happened, he had his own run-in with some serious people when he pulled up to the wrong neighborhood in LA. NBA YoungBoy is one of the biggest and most streamed rappers in the world, consistently breaking records on YouTube and Spotify. But fame doesn't protect you when you're deep in certain neighborhoods in Los Angeles. When YoungBoy pulled up to a store in Watts, one of the most notorious areas in Southern California, he found himself face to face with the Bounty Hunter Bloods, one of the most feared gangs on the West Coast. And these weren't fans looking for pictures. They had very different intentions. NBA YoungBoy has always been known as a hothead, and he wasn't about to back down from anybody. He said something back, and the tension in that store started rising fast.
Man, you got all these around them. Man, you bought that shit, do if you bought that shit, do something. You see a nigga man. If you bought that shit, do something. You got all these. Ain't nobody all these. No, oh, yeah. Man, you got all these. Ain't nobody on man, you wanna do something.
But that wasn't the end of it. Much later, YoungBoy wanted to film a music video in a different Watts neighborhood. When word got out, those same goons showed up. YoungBoy probably thought it would be like their first confrontation, just talking and posturing. But this time things changed. YoungBoy stood his ground both times, and he was lucky no gun went off on both occasions. But standing your ground in America is one thing. When you're overseas, and the wrong people feel disrespected by your music, they might just snatch you up and make you apologize on camera. In the UK drill scene, beefs can get deadly serious, maybe even more than in the States. The violence between different London blocks has claimed dozens of lives, and rappers over there don't just talk tough for streams. E1, a rapper from the 383 crew in London, had been openly dissing Tion Wayne in his music and all over social media for months. Now, Tion Wayne is one of the biggest names in UK rap, chart-topping hits, major collaborations worldwide, millions of streams. His people don't take kindly to public disrespect from smaller artists. E1 was about to learn that the hard way. E1 had dropped a track going directly at Tion Wayne, calling him out by name and questioning his street credibility. The diss spread rapidly across UK hip-hop social media. Those bars would come back to haunt him in the worst way possible. Not long after the diss track went viral, E1 found himself in a situation no rapper ever wants to be in. He got snatched up, broad daylight, off the streets, and forced to record an apology video on camera. His captors stood over him, making sure he understood that words have consequences, and they wanted the whole world to see him take back everything he said.
And Burner for trying to line you lot at the video. I spoke to my big brother and he told me it's wrong, and I understand that. I'm sorry, I'm sincerely sorry.
You're not doing it again,
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing no funny shit again. You're gonna stop all this talking thing. You're gonna stop all this chatting thing.
Stopping all the chatting.
Alright then, say no more.
The video went viral worldwide, one of the most humiliating moments in UK drill history. E1 learned that talking crazy on tracks has real consequences when the people you're dissing actually know where to find you. But our final entry shows what happens when one of hip-hop's most controversial figures gets confronted by someone he was live streaming about. Soulja Boy has been involved in more public beefs than almost any other rapper in the game. From Chris Brown to Migos to Quavo to countless others, he's always talking crazy on social media, claiming he started everything and challenging people to do something about it. Most of the time, nothing happens. But every now and then, that internet energy catches up with you in real life. One day, Soulja was on Instagram Live doing what he does best, talking smack about his ongoing beef with Chris Brown.
You gotta check in anyway. You got us talking about you gonna knock my big homie out. I'm catching phase from my big homie Wet. You dig? And ain't gonna catch no fade cause I'm worth too many M's, you dig?
Then Soulja spotted some goons nearby. Instead of keeping his distance, he walked up to one of them and tried to associate, acting like they were cool.
Hey, what's going on, man? They say Soulja ain't from the hood. They say Soulja ain't from the hood. Get off me though. Oh, yeah, that's like me though. What's happening?
The altercation went up another notch as people tried to separate them. The whole thing was still broadcasting live to thousands of viewers watching in real time.
Get off me though. Get off me though.
What's happening, bro? What you want to do?
Hold on. What's up, man? Who phone is this? My brother phone. That's my phone. That's my phone. Oh, that's my phone. All right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it better not be blood. So first, like I said, bro.
Chris Brown, who had been beefing with Soulja for years, later responded to the video, adding more fuel to the fire.
He gonna cry in the car. He gonna cry in the car. He gonna cry in the car.
Soulja Boy spent years thinking his fame could get him a pass in the streets, that being a celebrity meant goons would give him a slide. But that day proved what the rest of this list has shown. It doesn't matter how many hits you got or how many followers you have. The wrong person at the wrong time can humble you real quick. And that's our list of 10 times rappers messed with the wrong goons. From getting ambushed at the gym to getting kidnapped overseas, these situations are a reminder that the hip-hop lifestyle isn't just entertainment. It's real life with real consequences. If you made it this far, drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay safe out there.